Greetings, fellow explorers of knowledge and wisdom. This is a story of resilience in the face of calamity, from tragedy to triumph. Individuals feel that the goal of life is to pursue happiness and contentment, while others believe it's to serve in a higher purpose or to make a world a better place. Others says that the purpose of life is merely to exist and experience the world around us. But I believe that is the most important of all because it's only granted to us by our Lord. Life must be taken care of, especially in the face of disaster. With mitigation and coping hazard within your community, there will be a definite plan, a quick solution, and safe action. We all have our own manner in our living life. We have the potential to act as well as fight. But we must first face the problem because all problems have a solution that must be implemented in dealing with the threats in your community. We have barangay officials as well as the disaster risk response in every barangay. You are not alone. You are a part of a larger community that is working to prevent and be safe from potential threats of calamities. I was born and grew up in the city of Antipolo where various calamities have strengthened the association of Antipoleños who help each other unite and fight. I graduated from high school in Antipolo City and I can say that unexpected calamities are really worrying, which is I became interested in this topic. I am also a former member of the RRMO at our school. We are the student who guide the other student when conducting an earthquake drill in our school as well as the planning and building assigned to each member of the club. I am looking forward for the other organizations that are helping in many disasters. Today, I will convey the seriousness of calamities that are so alarming. Man-made causes, the impact on people, coping and mitigating. We have the cooperation and unity. We are one, we will succeed as one. The world is full of problems, difficulties, chaos, and calamities. Isn't it shocking when the world suddenly shakes? Aren't volcanic eruptions frightening? Aren't landslides terrifying? What should you do? Are you just going to watch a disaster destroy life? Destroying life is not the only geological hazard too. Let's unwrap some things. Earthquakes are known for being the destructive natural disaster that we had. No one knows when it will happen. As a citizen lives in the areas that often experience earthquake, what do you think should do? As might be expected, you are ready and also aware of what earthquake hazard may happen. Liquefaction can tilt and collapse building as well as the destruction of human life. Liquefaction has caused significant property damage in many earthquakes around the world, and it is a major hazard associated with the earthquakes in many places, including Indonesia and throughout Asia. Another geological process that is also defined as terrifying one is the volcanic eruption. Volcanic eruptions have both positive and negative impact on the environment and human. While they can cause damage and loss of life, trigger natural disasters such as flood, earthquake, tsunamis, rockfall, and mudslides. Health concern after volcanic eruption it causes infectious disease, respiratory illness, burns, injuries from falls, and vehicle accidents related to the slippery, hazy condition caused by ash. But volcanic eruption also contribute to the formation of new soil and produce the unique rocks. It's kinda interesting, right? It is important to be aware of potential dangers of volcanic eruption and to follow the advice of local officials to protect yourself and your family. Moreover, lands are the movement of rock, earth, or debris down a slope section of land. They can be caused by rain, earthquake, volcanoes, and other natural human activities. Landslide can have severe consequences for people, property, and environment. It is essential to be aware of what risks and take a step to prepare for mitigate the impact of landslide. In Antipolo City, the cause of most hazard due to geological processes is landslide. As is the landslide. That's why we take an action and mitigation along the Municipal Office of Disaster Risk Management and Mitigation DRMM. For those families affected by landslide, the first thing that they do is to relocate some families to a safer location. The city landslide prone are being reviewed and mitigation efforts increased due to heavy rains and deforestation. Antipolo City is preparing for potential weather disturbances, trimming branches, clearing drainage, obstructions, and working with Marhon electric wires. The municipal government is focusing especially in rainfall collecting communities to prepare for disaster residents. Are advised to create a disaster plan, identify safe places, practice drop, cover, and hold on, and communicate emergency procedures. Every problem has a reason, and those reasons are some came from the people. Why do we still have to ponder if our fellow people are causing us worries? Antipolo City has lost a 10 hectares of tree between 2001 and 2022, with wildfires being the most significant cause of loss. People have the ability to destroy the nature, but people also have the ability to aid the nation as a whole in developing. And now I would like to talk to you about the risks associated with hydrometeorological phenomena. These are the weather and climate hazards such as storm, heat waves, cold waves, floods, and droughts that can cause more economic damage and loss in life than any other. Natural disasters. Infectious disease are the most dangerous from the people of the country. Floods contaminate the water sources that lead the spread of waterborne disease such as cholera and typhoid. Fever. Such structural damage and loss that can have a public health impact. It leads to heat stroke and hypothermia, respectively. To prevent hydrometeorological phenomena from turning into a disaster, we need to issue an accurate forecast and warnings in a form that is readily understood and educate people on how to prepare against such a disaster before they become a disaster. Solution to reduce hydrometeorological risks such as planting trees to reduce the risk of landslide in France. Hydrometeorological hazards are serious threats to our lives, livelihoods, and environment. We need to take an action to reduce the risks associated with this hazard and protect ourselves and our communities. Marine processes, an impression of water area, also bring hazards that have a big impact to the people and the environment. Coastal risks can be divided into 5 categories: heavy waves, waves overtopping, river flood, tsunamis, and sea level rise. All contribute to a coastal flooding. Several contributing processes frequently contribute an event or cumulative harm: salination, sea level rise, severe rainfall, and storm type. All contribute to rising groundwater in level in coastal plains. Wave storm tides, sediment plan, change, flooding of rivers and coastal infrastructure, precipitation, and sea level rise all contribute to coastal erosion and stability. This includes the river mouths, tidal inlets, and cliffs being eroded. Coastal erosion can cause by storm sides, overtopping, river flooding, tsunamis, and sea level rise. Typhoon Carding caused a power outage in Antipolo City, Binangonan, Rizal. The outage occurs in various areas including Sitio Kaysayat, Fatima Division, Silangan, and ML Barangay San Roque. Flooding occurred at the Sitio San Joseph Spillway, making the area impassable. 9 families were moved into Sitio Green Forest with the 27.73 households evacuated from the safe places. Mayor Cesar Inares reported no power outage on a pleasant incident. Antipolo City, renowned for its scenic views and distance from water bodies, is protected from the marine coastal risk. However, strong winds, storm surge can harm the city. Coastal defenses measures included seawalls, groups, water breaks, beach nourishment, and sandbags. However, high cost and usage discourage community adoption of these technologies. Sea level changes are caused by natural processes like sea bottom movement, geodetic shifts, and the climate change. Human activity like deforestation and groundwater removal contribute to global rise. Large-scale engineering projects such as river channel and dam construction also impact the sediment supply and depositing. The other advocates for action to reduce the coastal marine dangers such as the Manila Bay oil spill. Response plan for the volunteers in Srichaya City, Thailand to conserve the marine environment. They mention collaboration with local government units, oil and gas firms, shipping companies, and PEMSEA for technological assistance. In conclusion, the world is full of problems, poverty, and various calamities that destroy the nature and take lives. Can we just wait to our world be destroyed? Because of this, remember there is always a hope. There is always a way and there is always a solution. There are planning that came from the different private sectors, a compliance with what should be done before, during, and after the disaster, and assistance that came from the barangay officials or authorities in the city. Those affected by this disaster cooperate with us. Fight with us facing this calamity for us to have an amazing world that the negativity cannot grow and foster, and the children and the people who will have this smile on their faces. Geological, hydrometeorological, and coastal marine hazards have really brought a big impact to environment and human life. But being Antipolo, we are protected by our city official along the DRMO for preventing, coping, and mitigating these calamities. The Antipolo City government always aware, alert every time that Antipolo City is going to face calamity. Some of them are relocating, road cleaning, drainage cleaning, providing relief goods in Antipolo City. We have the unity. We are fighting as one, we will succeed as one. Every individual have their own interpretation in life, but most of the time, life defines happiness, love, and contentment. But after hearing my speech, do you still think that our lives needed to be protected? Actually, facing a natural disaster is very important. We have the ability to fight as well as to cooperate for our safety. In that way, we are protecting what God's lent to us. Always remember that there is always a hope. Don't let your feet put you down and overcome them, and we will succeed. As we come to the end of the road, I hope you gain knowledge. I'm hoping that all of the things about mitigating and coping can be used in case you will experience a various hazard brought by natural disaster. Always remember to cooperate, unite, and fight. Because we are the people of a community, we can win as a whole country.